Hello and welcome to our final day of Facebook Lives with Showing Up. And today we're going to be talking about why you don't show up for yourself, which is probably just as an important aspect of showing up for yourself. So there's lots of reasons why we don't show up for ourselves and we don't show up for others. Firstly, we don't show up because we self-sabotage. And we self-sabotage when our beliefs and our values are out of alignment with our actions. And a good example of this is all you want out of a relationship is to be loved, respected, and to have loyalty. But because you fear so greatly that you're not receiving it, or you're not going to receive it, or something's going to go wrong, that fear is so great that you self-sabotage on a subconscious level, and you create a situation that isn't there, or you blow up a situation that might only be trivial. Basically, that act of self-sabotage actually validates your fear of what you believe is going to happen again, just like it's happened every other time. Now, that relationship may have been traveling perfectly well down the right track, but you have self-sabotaged that because that's what you believe you're going to receive. So can you see how your values and your actions are out of alignment? So that's a really good thing to just be mindful of. And we do that also, you could do that with going for a job promotion. Because as much as you, on your conscious mind, you believe that you're the one that is best suited to that job, underlying, you could self-sabotage during that interview, or even filling out paperwork, that because always you've been passed over, always you've never been given this opportunity before, that automatically by default you self-sabotage so you don't get that job, to therefore again say, look, it's happened again, this is all that I'm ever going to have, this is all that I'm worth. And all of this stems from lack of self-esteem, low self-worth, unworthiness, not deserving. And it prevents you from experiencing what you want most in life, because basically your value is what you experience, like what you want, but you create the experience by actioning what you don't want. So the next thing we want to talk about as to why we don't show up for ourselves, it's about self-care. And I'm not talking about going to get your nails done, getting your hair done, having a massage or anything like that. It's talking about self-care as in having honest conversations with yourself. Are you perhaps even blaming other people for what's not working for you? It's because it becomes really easy to blame somebody else. And yes, it might seem like that on the surface, but ultimately at the end of the day, you've created that situation. You have brought all the events to create this through your thoughts, your beliefs, your words that you may have used, and even your actions. And again, it's all subconscious, but you have created this, what you believe to be a negative experience. And this negative experience is actually the beautiful opportunity for you to be able to see what you've created and take the steps to either somehow uncreate it or change that situation, or to make sure that it never happens again, because it brings to your awareness what's not working and what's going wrong. Also, honest conversations about what you want. Now, it's easy to say, yep, I want a holiday, yep, I want the right relationship. These are all big picture things, but we want to break them down. We want to break them down into more of their outcomes. We want to break them down to how we want to feel. How we want to feel by through those outcomes. So you might want a holiday, but how do you want to feel because you want this great holiday? You want to feel refreshed, replenished, relaxed. You want to feel like there is no pressure on your shoulders. You want to, put down those burdens. You want to let go. You want to feel freedom. You want to feel loved, pampered, supported, all of those things. That's what you're really looking for in the holiday. A holiday is really just the means that you believe is the best way for you to achieve that. We can also look at the honest communication about, again, we'll use that scenario of a relationship. You might want the perfect partner or the partner that you believe is right for you. But what is it that you're really seeking? You're seeking that stability, that security, the love, the respect, the honesty, the support. Again, that loving communication between two people, you're in connection, so many different things. And again, that relationship is really just the vessel of how you're going to receive that. Honest communication with yourself. And that can be simply asking in each moment or within each situation that happens through the day or anything that you're wanting for yourself. What is it that I really want here? How can I bring about what it is that I want? What is it that I need in this moment? And sometimes, you've just had a big argument with someone. What is it that you need? Maybe you're looking to be validated. Maybe you're looking to be supported. Maybe you're looking just to have a hug, someone to hug you. Maybe you're wanting to feel, to know that you're right. So many different things are happening throughout the day, but what you really need to do is find out what it is that you want from that situation. You might be sitting around watching a movie at home. So why am I doing this? And the initial thought is because I want to watch it. I've been waiting for this movie for so long. Now I have the opportunity to watch it. Maybe it just means that I want to give myself something that I've been looking forward to. Maybe it means that I want to sit down alone and just have that quiet time to enjoy something on my own without children, without people in my ear, without that phone always ringing. There's always a deeper reason. And looking to that, and I'm not going to say looking for that because that's going to start that overactive, overthinking, overanalyzing mind to take over. We're just looking for something really simple, and usually it's the first answer that comes to you as to what it is that you want, what it is that you're craving, what it is that you need in that moment. Because really, in all honesty, if you're wanting to just watch a movie, I know you might say this is the only opportunity, but there's always going to have been another opportunity for something like that to come up. So why in that particular moment did you choose that is the right moment, as opposed to using that quiet time that you had for yourself to maybe go and do the grocery shopping that you still, again, don't have time to do on your own? Maybe that quiet time you could have also chosen to go to the beach and just be by yourself. There's always a reason why you choose to do that one thing at that particular time, because that is what you believe that you need, and that is what you believe that you're going to get what you need from it. So be really good at asking yourself, what is it that I need? What is it that I need in this moment? It could be that you need maybe a glass of water. It could be that you need to go for a walk and stretch your legs. It could be that you need a little, an afternoon nap and a pick-me-up. I don't know, but it's really, most of the time it's something really simple. It's not ever going to be something that's overcomplicated. And that's where we get caught up, because we get the simple answers and we say, that's too easy. That can't be the answer. So we cast that aside and we start looking for more and more and more. But that's the thing, we're now off track because we've received the answer. We haven't trusted that we've received the answer. We haven't trusted ourselves. We're still questioning, we're still doubting, and now we're searching in areas that looking for something that's just not there. So before we go on, I'd like to say to everyone, thank you for watching. Hello to Robin, and hello to Jen for saying hello to me also. I can't even read my own writing here. Okay. Quite often we look for opportunities that are going to limit our growth. And we did touch on this during the week as well, that we put a lot of energy into things that we're not going to get recognized in. And quite often, again, that can come back to a self-sabotage technique, because we know that we're going to get lost in the crowd. We know that we're only one of many, and our particular individual efforts are not going to be recognized. Just the crowd will be recognized, or the person that is, say, running that group, running that crowd. They're going to get the recognition. So it's very easy to say, but I did everything. I showed up. I gave it my all, and still nothing. Because it's still another way of keeping yourself small by not getting that recognition that you deserve and allowing yourself to see the greater picture. Also, again, healthy boundaries. This comes up so many times for so many different things. We need to have healthy boundaries for self-respect and to respect others. I can't emphasize that enough. A lot of boundaries are very simple and very basic and very, let's say, on the surface that we can see and we could recognize. No, I'm not going to help you today because, you know what, I've already got enough on my plate. I just can't say yes to another thing. No, I'm not going today because I've already committed myself to do this, rather than saying, yep, I'll do that for you. Yep, I'll do that for you. And you know what? Now I can't do either of them. That's a really obvious boundary, but there's other little ones inside other boundaries that we don't often see and that are often hidden. And that boundary could be you're having a two-way conversation with someone. And how many times, and I know I'm one for this too, but not meaning to, but I just get so excited because I want to say something and somebody else is speaking and you're just waiting for them to finish, and so you quickly jump in and find that they're not finished. That boundary is giving them that space to say what they have to say, to allow them to say it fully and completely without you just waiting, ready to pounce to have your say. That is a really good boundary that we quite often miss because we're so busy focusing on our reply or our response. We're not listening to what this other person is saying. All we want is hurry up and finish because I've got something to say. So that's another form of boundary that we quite often overlook. And I think that you'll find there's a lot more in your day that you're not recognizing as your own boundaries as well as other people's boundaries. So if things aren't working in your life, have a look and see what's going on. What is it that you can do to change it? What is it that you can do to implement something more or something different? Quite often it's really hard because the lines get a little bit blurred and you're not really sure what to do. So that's why pause and reflection is really good before you act or before you speak. Operating from a place of fear and control will never help you because it will always create self-sabotage. It always wants to set you up for failure. It sets you up. It tries to help you, but ultimately it's not helping you. It's trying to keep you safe, but ultimately it's not helping you. It's holding you back, and that in itself is causing more drama and more inner chaos for you than the actual fear and that trying to control a person, trying to control a situation. And that quite often comes into play with planning and over-planning and overcompensating for everything, rather than trusting the process of life, trusting yourself, and just allowing things to just play out. So I want to leave you with this final statement. Are you ready to show up for yourself? And I'd like you all to think about that really carefully. So what I'd really like is for you to comment, are you ready to show up for yourself, and be really honest? But if you don't feel like you can comment, I want you to answer that question on your own. And if the answer is no, what is stopping you from showing up for yourself, for others, even in a really small way? And if you are ready to show up, how can you show up in a greater way, in a different way, in maybe a way that is a little bit better, a little bit brighter for you? Because it does mean that you need to be vulnerable. It does mean to be that sometimes you need to be a little bit creative of how you show up. But what it means essentially is that you need to take action. And that's really the first start of anything. Just saying yes, and start off by saying yes to you. So I want to thank you for watching me this week. I know quite a few of you have watched every day. If you haven't, go back and watch the days that you missed. They're all on the timeline. Thank you for taking time out for your busy lives for watching these. And I hope that you have found these helpful, enlightening, and if you feel inclined, share them with people that may need them. And I'd love for you to leave a comment in regards to these, how you found them, what was the most, what did you learn most about these things, about showing up or not showing up, how it comes about, how it affects you, and maybe, I'd happy for you to leave a positive or a negative comment, because it's the negative comments that in many ways help more. Because if I don't know what I'm not doing right, or what I'm not doing to my best ability, I can't help you, or I can't change that to bring more value to you. So thank you again, and have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next time I do a live. And by now the interactive reveal will have been posted, so pop on, have a look and see how your answers have played out, and leave a comment as well. Thanks very much. Bye.